Hello everyone! Today we'll be taking a step back from focusing on how to handle lanes with or without priority to look at an early game from Longshu Peanut. It's important to keep in mind the big picture of jungling while we dive into the nuances of the role, so that's what today is about, taking a step back and remembering the big picture. So here we are with Peanut's Elise in a challenger Korean solo queue game. As you can see, he's starting out on his own red, and thanks to Blitzcrank, has vision that his opponent, Kha'Zix, is starting at his blue. Peanut then runs toward the top side for Wolves, Blue, and Gromp. Now, as Peanut finishes off this blue, some of you might be wondering why he's not running top to this extended JAYCE with low HP. You can see that he's finishing this off right about at the time that JAYCE is pushing up. Now, aside from the fact that it looks like JAYCE is going to ward right now, there are a couple of other reasons that I just wanted to point out once again why going for this gank would not be a very good idea. So first off, CAMILLE is still level 1, and we've been talking about how big of a deal that is in the early game. And she has all these minions pushing into her tower, and she's going to want to sit here and farm those up so that she can hit level 2 and not fall super far behind in this lane. Beyond that, Elise is also out of mana, and even though she's about to get the blue buff, it's still not enough for even a full combo at this point. So despite the fact that this may look tempting, again, thinking about those next step factors, it's just not a good idea at this time. Now, we do see that after Gromp, Peanut spends a few moments waiting near topside, looking for a gank, but JAYCE is playing extremely safe. And Peanut knows he has a ward down, so it's just not going to happen. You might wonder though, why not at least try? Maybe pressure JAYCE a bit. Well, ganking this pushed up JAYCE is very predictable, and it's possible that Kha'Zix would see this coming and be waiting for him. If this happens, Elise is almost certainly dead because CAMILLE is way too far away to help compared to JAYCE. He just doesn't know where Kha'Zix is, but he knows that he's topside, so he can't go over this wall. So once Peanut realizes that the gank won't work, he heads over to SCUTTLE, but is denied the kill by Kha'Zix showing up right after he used his cooldowns. With no camps left top, and vision established in the river for the enemy team, Peanut immediately heads bottom. This is a great job of identifying that there's nothing left for him to do here. Once on bot side, Peanut quickly takes Raptors, being sure to keep up his farm, before heading into the river to grab some vision control with the SCUTTLE. Now, we're going to quickly skip over the next couple of things that happen, then jump back in to analyze them in a minute. So right away now, we'll see Peanut head bottom for a gank and very quickly pick up a kill onto the enemy Karma. Then we see him head back into his jungle for Krugs, head to base, then run top for Wolves and Gromp, before finding yet another quick kill on the top side this time. So, despite not being able to get off the coveted level 3 Elise gank, being spotted in the river, and losing out on the first scuttle, Peanut managed to grab 2 kills, clear 8 camps, and kill a SCUTTLE all before the 6-minute mark. How did he accomplish so much despite a shaky start? Well, let's take a closer look at the 2 incredibly efficient ganks that he pulled off. Many players waste massive amounts of time waiting for ganks to happen, or attempting bad ganks that waste time. So, jumping back to the first gank Peanut pulled off, how did he know to go wait in this brush? Could he have possibly actually known that Karma would just walk up and basically suicide? Well, yeah, he had a pretty good idea that that would happen. If we look back at this bottom lane, we can see that the blue team was shoving in the red team for quite a while before the wave finally reset right before Karma died. As you can see, the wave is almost fully resetting, with the red minions only barely stopping to hit the blue ones. What does this mean? Well, when players are shoved under their tower, they almost never ward because they feel safe, especially in the early game. And if we look at the moments directly preceding this kill, we can see that the red team has absolutely no vision in this area as predicted. So what Peanut sees here is that the wave is going to hit tower and die before the enemy wave reaches, resetting the wave. At this point, Karma will want to get vision now that she's not safely tucked under tower. And obviously this only really works if you're there waiting when they go to ward, otherwise they'll get their ward down and be safe, so the timing here is crucial. And that timing is what makes this such a great gank. It's predictable and efficient. Peanut knows that as soon as the wave resets, they'll be warding, so he arrives at the right time, collects his kill immediately, then moves on. Now let's jump to the gank top from earlier. The thing I want to point out here is how Peanut arrives pretty much exactly when Camille hits level 6, which is one of the easiest ganks a jungler can find. Once again, Peanut has arrived at the lane and instantly picked up a successful gank with no delay. And this is how he's able to accomplish so much in the early game. He perfectly understands the timing window for his ganks and hits them immediately. Now, he very likely could have come to this lane later and still found a kill, but utilizing Camille ult as soon as possible will just allow him to come back and use it again even sooner. There are some other champions that you can do this with as well. Malzahar, Ashe, Sona, Lissandra, etc. Any champion that picks up a big amount of CC. Now, they may not be as good as Camille, but it's still really great to take advantage of your laner's power spikes with a quick, well-timed gank. You'll just need to pay attention to their XP and maybe communicate with them a bit as well. So, to sum up this early game, Peanut accomplished a lot by perfectly meeting gank windows as they open. He did this by closely watching the minions in bot lane and recognizing that the wave was about to reset. Not only that, but he understood the next level of what this meant, that Karma would move to ward. After that, he recognized his Camille was about to hit level 6 and arrived right on time for an instantaneous kill. And all of this comes down to the fact that Peanut was perfectly in tune with what was happening in his lanes. It's obvious that he was constantly checking lanes and looking for openings. If you find yourself wasting time on ganks, consider that you're maybe not gathering enough information from your lanes before committing to a gank, and make an effort to check lanes constantly while you farm your jungle camps. Alright, this video was a little bit short, so we have a bonus clip. On Wednesday, we talked about the dangers of ganking enemy lanes that have priority, so I just wanted to throw in another example of this that I found. Here we see a Xin Zhao ramped up and ready to hut his way to an early lead, or so he thought. As you can see, the blue team has a solid level advantage and just kills Xin Zhao, despite his full health and Blitz landing his hook. This could have been played differently by the red team, but just let this serve as a reminder of how poorly these types of ganks can go with a level disadvantage. Alright, that's it for today. We'll see you in our next daily, and thanks for watching.